Hello. So, one thing I've been thinking about is that it would be a straw man, I think, both from Orthodox and from non-Orthodox, to say that what would we be without our painted icons? Or what would we be without our grand cathedrals, the smells and the bells, the incense? What would we be without all this? Would we still be Orthodox? Even if, and I would reply that from Scripture and from some of the wise Christians before us, is that even if a cathedral was torn away, or we couldn't go to cathedral, we didn't have icons, and we were in nature, right? The book of Daniel talks about the wise men, or the saints of God, will reign like the stars in heaven. That was promised to Abraham thousands of years prior, or a couple hundred years prior, was that he would be the father of nations, and his children would reign like the stars in the heavens. That's how much of the children that would be the children of Abraham. And another, the Song of Solomon says, "Who is she that has risen like the moon in the morning, or as an army of banners?" And according to Bonaventure, this is Mary. Mary is the moon. Is an icon of the moon. The moon is an icon of Mary, because the moon is reflected by the light of the sun. And who is the Son of Righteousness in the prophecies of the Old Testament books? It's Christ, his resurrection, the light of his resurrection, the light of Mount Tabor, his transfiguration, the light of his divine humanity. He is the Son of Righteousness that we remember when the sun arises, dispelling the darkness of ignorance among all nations. And so that light reflected in the moon, and Mary is what she is by grace. So she is what she is by the light of the sun. So if you didn't have the cathedrals, you didn't have the churches and stuff like that, or if you were going to camping and stuff like that, nature is still an icon of the saints, of Mary, of Christ. You look to nature as an icon, as a tapestry of icons. And Philo of Alexandria talks about that he made all creation and Adam last, not because he was the least of it, but he made everything so that Adam could contemplate creation. And then in Romans, St. Paul says that that humanity had looked at creation and had found God's divine attributes through creation, but only through its misuse and abuse has it become something of a misuse of it to idol and perversion. So now, God, who have given creation towards us, we offer creation back to God in our prayer and lead us to God through creation that He has given us. And therefore, we live according to nature's purpose, which is to glorify God, and we live according to nature as it's naturally made for. And we become our true self. We become part of true being, and we become in harmony with everything, with all creation. Because all creation is supposed to bring us to knowledge of our Creator, and all this is to be contemplated. All these are signs and icons. So